The change that OTT brought in was that now I have a screen for myself. It's my personal space, which led to a lot of changes in consumer behavior. Now people want to watch content which is even related to sensitive topics, which are related to differentiated career choices which they didn't want to see with their parents, which are related to personalized content. Uh, with the advent of OTT, there was a lot of content which was created specifically, very well targeted for Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and everybody could connect to what was happening. This is more from the consumer side. From the supplier side, also there's been a huge impact. The freedom of speech that directors, producers got was immense. Look at the content today. There is such a strong intensity of emotions that directors, producers are able to create. There, whether it's language, sometimes it's even violence, sometimes even deeper emotions which can be shown so clearly because there's a personal viewing that's happening. And of course, the OTT industry has done a lot in terms of bringing content anytime, on demand, no appointment viewing. All of those things are very much up there for people. But my larger difference that I've seen because of the OTT industry is the fact that relatable stories came to the fore. It opened
Mm-hmm.
horizons. People started looking at content and saying that what I do is also stuff that other people do. They started
Mm-hmm.
relating to this content. New behaviors were discovered. uh, Cultural barriers were broken. One thing that entertainment does to you is it brings out a lot of cultures to you, and the OTT industry played a very strong role because a lot of global content started coming to people. So it breaks barriers. Culturally, things that you did not accept started getting into the roots of acceptance. Things that you didn't know of existed, you suddenly knew about them, and suddenly a lot of these things also started getting imbibed in our own lives. So the fabric of culture also starts changing, when an industry like this hits consumers. That's largely how importantly, it's changing everything that's happening around us. Of course,
Amazing.
it comes with challenges too.
Yeah.
Uh, what's also happening is with so much international content, the consumer's expectation is that today. If he's seen a Game of Thrones, he's expecting the same thing to get produced in India. He wants to see it in OTT. Uh, and the Indian consumer is also a little different. He believes that while I want to get the best content, I also don't want to pay as much for it. In fact, I want to share passwords. And you and I can keep our hands on our heart and say how many passwords we've shared. And it's honestly out there. So, of course, the challenge is how do you create content